Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Phoenix Guide to... Wait a minute. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Filthy Casual. Today we're going to be looking at something a little different, and that is... Gladiator? Not really, sadly, it's just Arms Warrior with a twist. Using a one-hander and a shield, you can still do most of your rotation with the exception of Mortal Strike and Cleave if you talent into it. Considering Mortal Strike is the bread and butter, you're probably questioning me, but hear me out. I know Mastery plays into it, inflicting deep wounds, which is a dot, and sort of like a small Colossus Smash, increasing the damage the enemies take from you for so long. But with some of our talent choices, we can still keep the dot up for the most part, those being Skull Splitter, Double Time, Fervor of Battle, Warbreaker, In for the Kill, and Anger Management. The rotation is still pretty similar, the biggest difference obviously being putting in Shield Slam instead of Mortal Strike just for the extra button for free damage. And as far as beta testing and a little bit here on the actual server, this can somewhat keep up with actual arms, so for an idea let's charge in and start the rotation. Once we charge in here, you'll see the deep wounds being applied with Warbreaker. Throughout the fight, you'll notice that it gets reapplied with Blade Storm before it can fall off, and then repeat it again before that dot can fall off itself. Now, the numbers themselves aren't terrible, sitting around 17 to 1900 DPS. Not great, but like I said, it can sort of keep up with arms. And while this isn't the actual Gladiator that most of us remember, you take what you can get. I was a little upset when I found out that in the process of them, quote, de-pruning the classes, that we didn't get this back. I was such a huge fan of Gladiator, and really wanted to see it make a comeback like Two-Handed Frost, and but here we are. Hopefully this gives you a good idea, and I will be throwing up a clip of what the actual arms rotation can do in comparison. Here you'll see the actual arms numbers ready to make an appearance. Same talents, same build, the only thing that really changed was the equipped weapon, so let's charge in and see what we can do. Nope, this will start out a little slow. It's been a hot minute since I've actually been able to play arms. Once I figured it out, however, numbers started to steadily climb back to that 1700 mark. And during the burst, when some procs happened and things lined up a little better and I remembered how to actually play, it finally breaks 2k DPS, levels back down to the low 2s, and then hovers around 1900. Disclaimer, I am not the greatest arms warrior to exist, so there's probably something I'm doing horribly wrong. However, with the quote-unquote Gladiator numbers being high 17 to low 19, and arms being about 18 to 19, bursting over a little 2k, you're still waving at yourself in terms of numbers. I know the execute phase will come into play, which is something that we obviously can't see with a dummy, and that's where the legitimate Arms Warrior will more than likely far outshine the baby Gladiator. But if you're just looking for a hint of Gladiator, you can still be somewhat there in terms of damage and relive a moment of the good old days. I can't tell you that this is still in beta and could change on release anymore, but I will say good luck and happy hunting.